Right. Here we go. Here we go. Good morning. Happy Thursday to everyone. It is your girl, Jynnette, the Oracle, here with Anderson Alchemy. And this week's Oracle Talks. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing well. Doing well and being well and living well. All the things. And all the dust on my computer. All right, so powerful full moon in Scorpio, yes, right? And, this coming weekend, we have the third quarter square of the moon in Pisces. I believe it's at 6 degrees Pisces, so I would definitely encourage you to check out your own natal chart to see where that's going to be occurring for you. Today, I want to, for the channeled messages, pull out specific guidance as it relates to our transformation, what's going on with us in love, as well as what's going on with us in terms of money. Okay, so those three things specifically, I'm asking Spirit for guidance on for all of us. Those of you who are here, part of the soul family. Of course, take what resonates and leave the rest. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you who are returning. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers on the channel. And also please like the video because it does actually help to promote it, like on all these social media platforms. Greetings, Tamara. Welcome, welcome. So as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about transformation, love, and money in today's guidance. Okay, so you know the deal. Take a few deep breaths on your own. Deep belly breathing, slowly allowing yourself to come into the present moment, aligning with your intention to receive messages for your highest and greatest good from your higher self and from your divine team in the spirit. Let me give this a few more shuffles. And then we're going to get started. So as a reminder to those in the light work, for those who are light workers, okay, and you're a light worker if you say you are. Because we're coming into, we're now actually in the dark days of the moon, the balsamic moon. This is the time when you're going to be more energetically vulnerable. Okay, so please be sure to make it a point to get back on top of your energy protocols. If you've fallen off the past couple days or weeks, make sure you clear your space, clear your field, and re-up your protection protocols. Okay, and that's just the case with all third quarter square moons, okay, as well as new moons. But I'm bringing this up now with third quarter square versus, because I usually talk about it more so with the new moon, but because this third quarter square is in Pisces, which is the collective unconscious, and it's just a water sign in general. When we do have a third quarter square or new moon in a water energy, I do find that those of us who are empaths or more energetically sensitive become much more porous and much more susceptible to parasitic energies, to attacks, to whatever that is. So just as a heads up, guys. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what the messages are for us for this upcoming week. And happy Gemini season as well to those of you who have a Gemini sun, moon, or rising, or Gemini with one of the other planets. One of my planets is in Gemini, so this season actually always feels really good for me because it's like the fog lifts of the waters, the emotions, and there's a lot of creativity and inspiration that comes in. The past few days have been a lot of that too because we've had Sun and Mercury being conjunct, so that's been nice. All right, so welcome. Good morning to those of you coming in. Good morning, good morning. Please like the video and please subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, So am I going to take, well, I'm not going to take the ones that fell, but there was one that flipped over, so I will go ahead and take that. There is a lot of energy running through, so let me ground a little bit more. So the card that flipped over and stayed in the deck was a 3 of Pentacles. Okay. King of Pentacles. And it's interesting that that showed up for me this morning when I was doing my own spread for myself in the same exact position. So why does it look, well, I mean, it's cloudy outside, but I think I can get a little more. I'm not sure. Okay, well, it is what it is. All right. Also, I do have tea. What tea are you guys drinking? This morning I have chai. Okay, 5 of Cups again. Awesome. All right, so let's get into it. Now, first with the transformation work that we've all, well, just talking about transformation first and foremost, and then we'll go to love, and then we'll go to money. And then, of course, as usual, ooh, a detox tea. What are you detoxing? Lungs, kidneys, intestines? Like, what's the deal? Greetings, good morning, and good afternoon. Ooh, gunpowder green tea. Nice, nice. I realize it's been a while since I've been asking everybody what they've been sipping on. So yes, I always have tea most of the time, or water. All right. So for spiritual transformation, or transformation in general, but all transformation is spiritual. So we have gotten to a place here with this 8 of Cups over the last few weeks, months, maybe even possibly years, because, you know, time is fluid, where we've been really having to work through our ability to be emotionally mature, as well as have a higher perspective emotionally, and a way to be detached emotionally without being cold or closed off, but being really aware and really clear of what is yours and what is not yours, right? And also knowing how and where you need to have fulfillment. And so now that the kind of emotional maturity or detachment, or however you want to call it, is in place, we can now shift to more effectively manifesting what we want in the physical world. Okay. This 3 of Pentacles for me. Oh, General Daily, I'm easy again. Understood. The 3 of Pentacles for me is about personal work and personal development. This is one of the lower numbers, and you'll learn my interpretations of the cards if you take my Divination to Tarot course coming up soon. Details below. But yeah, so we can more effectively manifest what we want in the physical world because of the deep amount of emotional transformation that has occurred. Okay, we can be much more effective in what we are needing to do. And with the energy right now, hopefully everyone is feeling that things have shifted and you're starting to have more vitality, more of a clear mind, more clear emotions, more centered, less like up and down energy. more inspiration, more creativity, all of that kind of stuff hopefully should start to shift right now, because we are in the last month of spring. So it should already start to feel like summer is here, even if like outside it's not summery. And that can give us that added boost to forge ahead and make the progress that we need to make. So yeah, we do need to be mindful of what the goals are. And with this added energy that's coming through, be the CEO of your life. Stay on top of your health and wellness, stay on top of your sleeping habits, stay structured, stay in your routines, and make sure you're pushing ahead and tackling those things that need to be tackled to move your life forward, okay? Be productive, not busy. And now, and when I say you, me, us, we know now what is an emotional drain, or what when something is just like dying and needs to go, or doesn't require much of our energy or input or investment. And so we're clearer about that now, or at least we should be now. And that's going to help with the manifestation, okay? And we can juggle the changes much more effectively now because of this transformation. So that's really beautiful for all of us. And I can definitely feel that. I can definitely feel it. In 11:22, I just saw. Perfect. So now let's talk about love. So some of you have had to leave something behind in the past. Approximately within the last 2 years, actually, I'm getting specifically. You've had to leave something behind in the past, and there might not have been as much activity as you would have liked, possibly. But whatever just has not been working in the last cycle of your life, and I'm saying cycle specifically because we've been working on a lot of stuff for the that we've been having to look at and clear and heal and face and shift and all that kind of thing since looking back to like the past 9 to 10 years. So there's an energy of having learned the lesson on a deeper level, regardless of whether or not like you're still having mental gymnastics or emotional gymnastics, your ability now to take action on those things that are healthy for you, or to engage in relating with other people romantically that is actually beneficial for you, or what have you, like you're in a much more solid place now than you were even 2 years ago. Okay. And now you are ready collectively, whether you are single or not, you are ready to do the next level of your work and to be in a harmonious partnership with another person. Again, whether you're single or not, I would say you're not afraid anymore or not as afraid to have the conversations that you need to have, whether it's around practical concerns or if it's around emotional fulfillment. Like, of course, fear is going to be there because it's always hard to talk about things that are vulnerable to us, or that are vulnerable. Really, just mean things that are important and close to our heart. That's the only time when we get like fearful, because it's so close and because it's so important. But I think even with that fear, there's a willingness now to overcome that and still address it, whereas before you might not have, right? Cool. Yeah. Which is good. So the phrase I just got was, you need to be your own best friend. Be the advocate for all aspects of your life. This King of Pentacles, we can keep the focus just on the material world. But when we talk about the Pentacles energy or the Earth energy, like it's the final element, the final suit. So it does actually encompass all the other energies. So by the time we get to the king or queen of earth, of disc of pentacles, depending on the deck that you're using, you do have clear, strong mind, which we've been talking about, right? You do have balanced emotions or better emotional maturity, okay? And you do also have passion, creativity, sexual energy. And then the pentacles, the earth energy, is about the management of all of those things, as well as the material world. So it's no longer a matter of like, okay, just being in a situation where it feels good, but then you're not getting the material needs addressed. So, for example, if you are living with somebody and they're not pulling their weight, like, that's just as an important conversation as talking about what you need emotionally or what you need sexually or what have you, right? So this is really, really good because you already know with the Five of Cups, you already know it doesn't feel good. You already know your patterns. You're really clear about that. But be your own best friend in love. Whether you're single or not, be your own best friend. Okay. So now let's get into money. Now, as usual, guys, if you do have questions, just go ahead and type them in and I will get to Q&A when I'm done. Welcome to those of you coming in. Thank you for joining. Please like the video. Say good morning to everybody else. All right, money messages. Oh, with the love thing, and this is very much about making sure that there's an even exchange in that when you become your own best friend, whoever just came in with that in the last 5 minutes, like you're having trouble communicating because this happens every time. Like, come on, like when people have difficulty expressing themselves about something that's important, my voice starts acting up. So I'm clearing on your behalf. So you're welcome. But when you are your own best friend, you help yourself as well as the other person practice being interdependent versus codependent. Okay? Because we get to be whole individual people as well as a unit. And that's also what this represents too, with the Three of Pentacles, is two whole individual interdependent people who have their own lives, their own experiences, their own soul journey, but who are making a choice to come together and produce a third unit, whether that's the relationship itself, whether it's a shared business project, a shared creative project, managing a home, family, whatever. Okay. All right. So now money. If things have been feeling kind of nebulous lately with this Eight of Cups here in the past, been feeling like the void or like things are not moving, they're not growing or what have you. It's not a bad thing. That's a time when you are to make sure, very much so, that you stay on top of all the foundational things that you need to stay on top of as it relates to money. So making sure you're staying within your budget, especially if you have allowed yourself to slack off. And doing those things that, whether or at work or if you work for yourself, those things consistently, which are your most productive in terms of generating money. Okay, and this could be time management, project management. If you're working for another corporation, if you work for yourself, this would be making sure you do your money generating activities first. So if this is, this would be more so like planting seeds for new income to come in, right? But that's what actually should have been happening. If you haven't been doing that, then definitely start doing that over this next week. Is get yourself back in focus. And the idea of a lack of activity doesn't mean that anything's going on. It just means that you are coasting. Okay. But just because you're coasting doesn't mean that you stop working. So keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that's on that hand for all of us. But also too, when there is that seeming energy of stillness or just coasting or things maintaining, those are seeds being planted. There is a lot happening in the spirit, and things are going to shift and change to bring about more abundance. So as in all things here with the Two of Pentacles in the center about change, nothing stays the same for long, right? So if you've just been coasting and haven't been able to have any big wins or anything, that energy is going to shift. But the way to get the most out of that is, again, to stay on top of the things that are in your control to do. If things have been stagnant and not much is going on, you especially need to be doing this because the planting of those seeds will start to generate a shift in energy and income for you moving forward. Okay. And it's important for you to understand and know that your emotions are very much going to be tied to the money you make. And this does not mean that you have to feel a certain way all the time. It's just understanding that when you are sitting in a higher vibrational energy or a peaceful energy, purposeful energy, emotionally, that's going to do significantly more wonders for you than if you're sitting in fear and lack and limitation and regret and closing yourself off. Okay. So, you could be focused on maintaining a sense of peace. You could have a joy practice. You could have a gratitude practice. You could have a unconditional love practice, whatever that is. But really, it's just about having clear emotions, which is what we've been essentially tested on the past, I want to say 8 weeks. Have you been able to maintain as much emotional equanimity and stay on top of what is yours to do? And if you have, then you're going to start to see, if you haven't already, the tables are turning in your favor. Okay. Mars is helping us out a lot right now and has been. Jupiter is continuing to help, as well as Saturn. Y'all got money concerns too? Listen, I hear you and I feel you, because it still hasn't cleared yet. So there's something still going on. That's okay. All right, so let's open it up to open Q&A, and let me know what questions you guys have, and we will jump right in. I'm going to expand this. Another confirmation, guys, about energetically protecting yourself. Again, as I said at the beginning, normally I would really only mention that when we're in the days leading into the new moon. But this weekend is the third quarter square moon. But I already had to deal with some stuff today energetically that was not of the light. I'll just say that. And we haven't even hit the third quarter square. But I think, again, because it's in that Pisces energy, energetically, we are more susceptible to attack or just general parasitic energy. So please, if you are doing, if you're on your ascension path and been up leveling and all that, you need to, and you'll be successful. We have the Chariot, but when also the Chariot comes out, this does talk about spiritual warfare. So that is another confirmation for me on that. It's keeping energetic boundaries, guys. Okay. Keeping the energetic boundaries. Okay. Hello. All right. So, questions. So it doesn't have to be questions about what I, just channeled. It can be anything else. But I just ask that whatever the questions are, let them be specific, please. Because if they aren't, I'm going to ask you to be specific. Wow, I have a lot of energy going through my body right now. But that's probably because I just cleared something off of me before I jumped on. So that was stifling me energetically. All right, so while I wait for you guys to type in your questions, I'm going to see if there's any additional messages. There's another thing here about maintaining your personal balance within. And that will help you manifest and create the things that you want to create. Keep your head down and focus on what is yours to do. Okay? Because we are now in a stage where enough of the groundwork has been laid that, again, we can just stay on top of doing the things that we need to do. And as we have adjusted energetically, we can start shifting into more things. And this is for all aspects of life. So again, whether it's personal transformation in the context of love or money. So in the context of love, this is like, there's been enough of a foundation set. If you're in a relationship where you can, and it is possible to start going deeper. If you are single and looking, because some folks are not looking, but if you're single and looking, that actually should start shifting too. It's interesting. I only have out in the deep past for healing the Four of Wands, but there's no other fire energy here. So I don't think necessarily that folks are going to be feeling amorous in this week coming. I don't think it's going to be negative, but I think it's just going to be more practical stuff in terms of love. Okay. Nobody has any questions? What is this? Everything good? I mean, that's fine actually, but usually y'all like blowing up this chat. How's everyone feeling though, energetically? Because we have time to chat. We do have time to chat. It was so sunny yesterday with these clouds. Oh, you know what? I think it is actually supposed to rain today or maybe later. I need to go to the grocery store too. All right. Okay, so if there's no questions, I'm actually going to pull, I got word to pull another spread. It's going to be a different spread. And this is going to be something specific, so we'll see what it is because they're not telling me yet. All right, so while I'm shuffling, if you haven't checked out the the video I posted a day or so ago about the Lightworker Academy. It is up, and I put the link in the description below. So definitely check that out. I talk about the 3 different courses that I'm offering for the Lightworker Academy. So you can take one or all 3, depending on your time. The only class that's actually repeated is the Lightworker Incubator course. But the Divination through Tarot course and the Astrological Soul of Your Business are new classes. So I'm testing them out. Yeah, to see if it's something that I'll repeat again, if there's interest or not. Tamara says, I feel rarely clear, so clear that every little distracted thought is like, wow. Nice, good. Good, actually. And that might be part of why there's so much energy coming through. I did some major higher upper dimensional clearing this morning, like I said. Because like it was cool, and then like something came in and was trying to like, you know, not be cute. So I had to handle that. But also over the weekend with the current students in my Lightworker Incubator group, we did some deep healing on behalf of not only ourselves, of course, but on behalf of the collective. Like we actually went and did work for the collective, for the healing of Mother Earth, and ended up facilitating some healing between the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And so some other folks that I know mentioned that because we did that work on Saturday. Like by Monday, other people were feeling it, like they were clear, that there were a lot of blocks that were removed and things like that. So yeah. Tamara, how long have you been feeling clear? Did you notice a shift Monday? Because also too, like, you know, with the full moon in Scorpio, like that was, I know for a lot of folks that was madness, including myself, because everything was being drudged up. And, you know, it was coming up. I mentioned it last week in the Oracle Talks because we were in the days leading right into it. And I was just like, listen, things are going to be brought up. They're going to be cleared and healed, but, you know, it's going to be a lot. But yeah, it was like a switch that went off. So let's see what this additional, okay, it's going to be that kind of message, the universe. So this is who the message is coming from. Okay. So let me tune into that energy. Yeah, I'm feeling like real talk, like something deeply just got completed. So I would say for those of you who are a part of my Oversoul group, and I think most of you who are actually like follow me and watch me in this 33, 22 I just saw. Whatever clearing I also just did today benefited you, as well as the work that happened this past weekend, for sure. But there is also a collective closing. For a few days, yeah, okay, cool. So this universe, this is talking about the galactic consciousness and cycles, which we are living in and under in the material world. It's such a big energy, like I'm trying to tap into, because there's a lot of different things that can come through with this energetically. And that's probably why I've been feeling so much energy coming through as well too, in addition to me clearing my field. Is it's just like, okay, the universe. So all right, let's see. Two of Wands. So this talks about dominion and power and control, as well as defense as well too. So this is what the universe is talking to us about, the Two of Wands. So this could also talk about, because I remember it was either the spring equinox or the new moon in Aries video. I think it was a new moon of Aries actually, but one of those two where I was mentioning to us that we were coming up to a choice point or crossroads in our path. So there might be something about that as well too. Okay, it's like getting so much more dark outside. And all right, sorry about, well, I'm not gonna apologize, it's not my fault, but okay, so what is ours to focus on and do is the Emperor. So this to me is all of the kings in one. This is the divine masculine energy. This is also the person who operates as the CEO of their life. This also talks about power and control. These are both Aries energy. And the Emperor being 4, very much talking about boundaries, holding to boundaries, being strong, pushing forward, moving ahead, not being afraid to fight, because these aren't love and light cards, right? This is warrior energy. Interesting. 9 of Swords. So this is what the universe is, or not the universe, but the well, you could look at it that way, but the soul is grappling with this. So there is spiritual attack happening right now. Or that has been in place. And it's always or this is always a danger as you sit in your power, as you level up. So, you know, if you took your higher path, whatever that is, and made the choice to not engage with old patterns that you used to before to the best of your ability in all aspects of life, because this is relating to all aspects of life, right? And being committed to that, being committed to live as the highest and best and most integral version of yourself. That's what was chosen in that new moon in Aries cycle. So not this lunar month, but last lunar month. That's when we were making that choice. So as we've made this choice, we need to forge ahead. Okay. But we need to have the boundaries up, because as we level up at each new stage, there's different things that we have to fight, whether actually in the spirit or in our mind or in our physical environment. Because it's a new ball game. So we can't expect that in this new stage of life that the things that we had to battle before are going to look exactly like what we battled before. Because we're in a new space, we're in new energy. The things that we battled before, we know how to deal with that quickly and easily. That's not the focus now. Like, we need to wake up to the fact that we are on a new path and we're going to be dealing with new shit. And that is a testament to the growth. That is a testament to the previous cycle being closed. So if you are having new barriers coming up that you haven't experienced before, welcome, you're in the right place. Nice. So as you juggle this, okay, forging ahead, not taking any prisoners, being the warrior and addressing the blocks as they come, the outcome that we get is the Queen of Pentacles. So remember I was saying earlier about when you get to the King and the Queen of this earth energy, it talks about really having integrated and mastered all of the other elements. So the swords, fire, and swords, wands, and cups, or air, fire, and water. That is the thing. So that's good. That's good. Let's see the heart of the matter. And this is also fruitfulness, because the Queen is the Queen of Pentacles is actually the, I would say, the masculine version of the earth energy, whereas the King of Pentacles, which we had before, was the feminine because it's a fixed energy. The Queens are cardinal. So they're initiatory, they're yang energy, in terms of their operation, even though, it's the moon. Take my divination to tarot course. So, strong spirit, strong mind, and balanced emotions helps you to be prosperous and in control and empowered in the physical. This light. Why? All right. Did something drop? Nope. Okay. So one last card for the heart of the matter. Five of Cups. Interesting. Really got to watch your emotions. Let that be the indication to you of anytime you're coming up against something, again, whether it's in the spirit, in your mind, in your emotions, or in your physical body, in the physical world. Let any sense of disturbance there that you pick up, okay, let that be an indication to you of you meeting something that is trying to take you off course. And remember that you do have the power. Okay. Okay, and then at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. So I just got that this message, the universe, is actually coming from our galactic mother. And so when I'm saying the galactic mother, I'm meaning the mother god source consciousness or framework, from the center of our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, so that central black hole. Okay, so this is coming from our galactic mother, this message. Right under that, the Ten of Wands card is the star. Okay, so that's beautiful. That's beautiful. New path, new shit is key, right? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. And I love that crystal. That's beautiful. All right. So that was an important message. My question is, what did my heart center burning mean for me? Also, see you next week. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We're doing a session. What did your heart center burning mean for you? So tell me about your heart center burning real quick. Were you feeling it like just now, or like when were you feeling it? And I'm just going to stay on for 5 more minutes, guys, because I do have to run. For 2 days last week, it was a sensation that lasted all night while I slept, and it faded after 2 days. Was that late last week? Was it in those 2 days leading into, so like Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday? I wanted to go check the calendar and come back. Cool. Oh, interesting. When I was shuffling before, like this for some reason was popped over, and I'm like shuffling again to get energy, and I got the same card, the 6 of Swords. So you definitely were getting upgrades during the night. Like your energy body is being worked on. And that can happen sometimes, like especially like when you're getting upgraded, it can surge a lot of energy through the heart center, which is the the main converter for energy. Going up and down from that really higher dimensional energies to the lower. But honestly, all the chakras act in that way. They're all converters. But the heart is complex. It's threefold, and it's complex, just like the what we call the third eye chakra, or the Ajna chakra. It's also complex. It's not just the singular one. But yeah, this came out twice, so you were having upgrades, so that's what that is, or that's what that was for you. Were you having any visitations from like higher dimensional beings at all? No? Okay. I'm getting, though, that, I mean, there was something there. And 2 of Wands again. Yeah, you were definitely getting an upgrade. So this also might be a matter of whatever work or intentions that you put in place when we were in that choice point time, that crossroads time during the new moon in Aries month. Like you took that higher path, and so there's a upgrading that's been happening as a consequence, because now we're in this new moon in Taurus energy, which is actually helping to take that spirit energy, or the consciousness energy, or however you want to look at it, and integrate that and weave it within the physical form and ground it in the physical form. So that does require energetic upgrades. Let me see if there's a final message for you. So this is something about that, though. So if you consciously made different choices, if you started shifting how you work with energy for yourself, connecting with your higher self, working on that first level of ascension, whatever it is. And again, came out 3rd time. Okay, since this is the 3rd time this has come out, and I haven't said it because I didn't want to like color the interpretation or bring something else to the fore, but this is the Arcturians. Because I was already seeing them, but that's why I was asking, like, if you met anything or was experiencing anything or were aware of it. It's the Arcturians. High Priestess at the bottom. So yeah, deep soul recalibration happening for you, which is nice. So moving forward, let's see if there's anything that you need to do or need to know. ARC, so instead of OC, it's ARC, but everything else is correct. Arcturian. So related, or that's, God, how do I say this? Arcturus is a sun. So those beings that we associated with that system where Arcturus is, we call the Arcturians. The Magician. So this is a reminder to be really, and at the bottom, Temperance. This is a reminder to be cognizant that you are the manifester of your reality. So as these upgrades are happening for you, just know that you're going to get what you ask for. So just be mindful what you're asking for, whether literally or through your actions, right? And asking can be as simple as like just tolerating something that you know you're not down with. All right, perfect. All right, so I think that is it. Yeah, 3 of Wands. So yeah, it's also gonna help open up the heart as well, so you can tap into the threefold flame of the heart, because you're ready for your next level of ascension. So if that's the case, then if you've been feeling the pull to apply to the Lightworker Incubator, I would say yes. I got the Queen of Pentacles there and the 6 of Wands. That might be really good for you. It might be really good for you, actually. Because if they're already working on you, then it's in process. Yeah. So make sure you stay on top of your meditation time right now. But it's the Arcturians work on the level of consciousness of the actual templates of the field. Yeah, and then the King of, or the Knight of Cups, rather. Yeah, this is literally the card of going on a path of ascension. So yeah, that's what's happening. That's awesome. Okay, thank you, Tamara. Have a good day. Thank you for the green heart. Yes, I have, and I planned on applying. Thank you. Okay, so that's your confirmation then. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, because that door is open. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, of course, obviously you still have to reply, but I'm interested to see the messages that come through for you with that. Okay, guys, so I'm going to run. Let's get final messages for all of us. 5 of Cups. So this keeps coming up. So monitor your emotions. Pay attention to where your emotions are swinging, and especially energetically. If you know you've been like chilling all day, like being good and everything's cool, and then all of a sudden you start like having these lower thoughts or like fears or things come up, more often than not, that's probably not yours, or those are shadows of things that have been cleared and you need to address it. Shift the mind, shift the emotions, go into spiritual warfare if you need to, but you need to stop that, because your emotions are going to tell you, again, what's yours and what's not yours. Okay? Follow your heart, Ace of Cups. All right. Love you guys. See you soon.